Hey everyone, we are back with our Orphan Black review, and wow, the season is really gearing up. The pace of the show tonight was just so fast. But obviously, if you are not fully caught up on Orphan Black, we just watched Season 3, Episode 6, Certain Agony of the Battlefield. If you're not fully caught up, you're going to want to skip this video because we're going to spoil it for you.
Yes, we are. So, there's so much happened in this video, or in this show tonight, that I don't even know where to start.
First of all, we see that Helena did not stay behind to help Sarah.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like she might, but she didn't. She's in the desert.
Yeah, she's running away and collapses. And her, little imaginary scorpion friend showed up and was talking to her. And she's like, look, I can't go anymore, And the scorpion says, you can go, you just feel bad about leaving Sarah. So she eats the scorpion.
Yep.
And I don't know what that's supposed to symbolize.
I'm really not.
Is it because the scorpion was, I don't know, it's not really her conscience because he was the one, or he, I don't know.
It was the one telling her to leave Sarah in the first place.
And now it's ragging on her.
It's like her psychosis, because she's she's had a tortured life, so it's almost like she has she wants to do good by people, but she also has this bad side, and it was the devil on her shoulder.
But it's also kind of the angel. It's like both.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe there's two scorpions. I don't know.
I don't know.
It was really crazy.
It was the very selfish, self-interest scorpion. It was look out for Helena and don't worry about anybody else. That's what the scorpion was. Sometimes that was good and sometimes that was bad.
Yeah.
So she ate it anyway.
And we find out that Sarah is being experimented on.
Yes.
We get a really kind of trippy dream sequence with Sarah where she's chasing Kira through the Castor base where she is, which we find out is definitely in Mexico.
Yes.
And she's just hallucinating / dreaming.
She almost knocked the whole tree over.
Our fat cat almost knocked her scratching post tree thingy over.
Yeah, that was wow.
They're on a diet, but it's not working.
No.
Anyway,
we digress. Sarah.
So she's being experimented on, and what they're doing is they're trying to infect her with the disease that the Castor clones have.
Yes, so we learned a little bit. We kind of had a hint that the Castors had some form of STD that they were transmitting to other women, and it looks like what it does is it
in the male clones.
In the male clones, it makes them psycho. It's the same disease that the females have, apparently, and it makes them get, tuberculosis.
Yeah. And
the STD form that the men are giving to the women they sleep with sterilizes the women. Mm-hmm. And that's the layman's term. For anybody medical, what it does is it atrophies their ovaries, which was kind of weird. What would go on? I don't know. My medical brain was like, ooh.
So, Paul shows up and he is super pissed that they're experimenting on Sarah because he's in love with her, which we didn't really know. We kind of thought, what's going on with Paul?
Isn't he?
Yeah. Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Does he love her? Is he using her? That kind of thing. We find out he's definitely in love with her. And oh my God, I thought he was going to strangle the doctor lady right there.
And then he gets even more pissed when he finds out that they are basically conducting a clinical trial on civilians without consent. Basically, she is trying to isolate that gene and create a weapon to sterilize people. That she wants that STD weaponized so that it could be used
in a generation. No more war.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And she infected Sarah because Sarah's a clone, yet she's fertile, and she doesn't have the clone disease, or so far has shown no signs of it. And so she's thinking, well, she's different somehow, and so she's pretty sure that she's not going to get it. Mm-hmm. So they pump her full of one of the Castor Boys'
With, what did they
blood.
say, 2 liters?
Yeah, 2 liters, which that seems like an awful lot.
That's 40%, right? The human body has 5 liters of blood, right?
Yeah, I think either they did this over a couple of nights and they just didn't show that, or they didn't really
It does.
look into
It
it
does
too much.
seem like a little bit of time has passed
yeah.
because Paul has gone to Arlington and had a meeting and
And
gotten
then it's come back, yeah.
So it does seem like a few days have passed.
Yeah, so maybe they've done this every night for a while. And she has a severe reaction to it, which is possible if their blood types are different. She would have a severe reaction and have that reaction, you know, for anybody who might have been confused, be like, well, if she's not infected with the STD, why'd she get the fever and have the pains and blah, blah, blah? That could have just been a natural reaction to getting blood from the wrong blood type.
Switching to Allison and Donnie. I love Allison and Donnie. I really hated Donnie in the first season. He's quickly becoming one of my favorite characters.
Just because he's so stupid.
He's so dumb.
He is like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know how she managed getting with him, because she is obnoxiously smart and level-headed, and he is just the biggest goofball
Yeah.
and has like zero common sense.
Right. And so we jump to them, and they're totally dancing
In their undies.
They're making it rain in their own bed, like, you know, singles. They're making it rain in their own bed, twerking, upside down twerking, dancing, doing the twist, while they're playing with all the money that they've gotten from their
Yeah.
drug business. And in walks the kid,
Yes, of course, of course.
because that's what kids
Yes,
do.
but
spoil sexy
so they have a kind of small time drug dealing,
Yeah.
and Allison wants to expand this because they're doing so well.
Yeah.
And so she has like this idea, and before she can even do anything with this idea, up comes Donnie in a brand new
Mercedes.
expensive car.
It's a
And
Mercedes.
she's just like, you moron, you don't spend money conspicuously. That's how you get caught,
Yeah.
you idiot.
And he's like, cars aren't conspicuous. Everybody
yeah, everybody has a car.
I'm like, oh my god, Donnie, you
Like,
moron.
oh, Donnie.
But her idea is to buy her mom's soap business. It's like a Bath and Body Works kind of
Yeah.
thing. And her idea is to buy that and use that to launder all their drug money.
Yes.
Which is actually a genius
Yes.
idea.
Because that's not where they're gonna look. They're
Right.
gonna look for like a laundromat or a restaurant, especially a high-end restaurant, like that, or at least that's how they showed in TV anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Because we know all about
yeah, I
laundering
know
money.
all about. No, but I mean,
We
like
do
to
live
me,
in Florida. I mean, there's a big drug trade down here. Okay, so moving on to Cosima. Cosima's relationship with Beth is progressing actually pretty nicely. They're getting along.
and very, very quickly.
Yeah. Well, again, a few days have gone
Yeah,
by,
yeah.
but
It seems
it's
like
still-
quite a bit of time. Like I'm thinking like maybe a week has gone by
Yeah.
because it just seemed.
Which, but
like-
still, for the level of intimacy
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
sharing, that is pretty fast.
Yeah, I still think something's up with Beth.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's Dyad because her ex, and if it is Dyad, her ex is not aware of it because she didn't seem very happy at the end of the episode when she was looking at like photographs and video and stuff.
Yeah.
But how did she get those? I imagine she's probably having Cosima followed,
Yeah.
and that's how she got all that
That's
stuff.
totally
But
something
still,
Dyad would do.
I'm like, yeah, but something's fishy about her. I just don't trust her.
Yeah, neither do I. I'm looking forward to seeing how that develops.
Yeah.
Because that's like the slow part of the show is what's going on with Cosima. It's, you know, because you're kind of breathless whenever you leave Sarah or Helena. So you need to take that breath
Yeah, you need a
with
breather.
Cosima.
Yeah.
And then you just laugh your ass off with Donnie and
Yeah.
Allison.
Yes, yeah. And then Felix and Rachel.
Oh my god.
Felix is like going batshit crazy that
Best
he
scene
can't.
in the episode.
Yes, that he cannot help his sister.
Yeah.
So he goes and pays Rachel a little visit, and Rachel has a little bit of brain damage from the pencil in the eye. So it's like she understands, but her speech is affected. So like she has a hard time responding, but it does seem like she's understanding everything that goes around. It's not like any of her memory or cognitive functions, nothing like that has been affected. But it does seem like it's the pencil hit her speech center, so she has problems forming words. And Felix goes crazy on her,
Yeah.
which was a side of Felix we haven't seen yet, which was really, really cool.
Yeah.
But the two best parts of this scene, for me anyway, was Rachel asking him, like, get me out of here.
Yeah.
And the other one was Casima's lab partner. He notices the drawings have little symbols in them, and he snatches one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh,
'Cause
something's going on with Rachel.
So, I mean, I'm really excited to see what goes on with them figuring out the cipher from the book.
Yes.
And what's going on? I mean, Rachel wants out of Dyad, so...
Yeah,
you
what
gotta
are they doing to her that we haven't
Yeah.
seen?
Yeah.
Paul, he helps Sarah escape.
Yep.
And on the way out, he gets stabbed. And he's stabbed on the left side, and he's bleeding quite a bit. So I'm thinking, okay, that the knife definitely punctured his spleen, and he's bleeding out, which is why he sends her, and he goes back. He already knows he's dying because they're very far from any medical center, and the only doctor there hates him. Is dead because the Castor boys have killed everybody. So he goes in to the like research hub where they have all of their research,
all their lab notes,
yeah,
all their
the Castor original,
yeah,
the
the
little
stuff that-
skeleton.
where they keep the test tubes and stuff, everything, all the important stuff. This is where it is.
And he sits there and he waits for the doctor to come in with one of the Castor boys, and he knows she's gonna like kind of gloat that she wins and then kill him. But under his little towel on his abdomen, he's holding a grenade. And so when she shoots him, he lets the grenade go and blows up all of their research.
All the research.
And
you can assume they survived.
yeah, of course, they ran, and I don't think he did it to kill them. I think he did it to hinder them by getting rid of all their research. And it's one hell of a grenade because Sarah in the little tunnel getting out is knocked off her feet.
'Cause it seems like she was almost on the other side of the base, so she's a couple
Yeah.
hundred yards away, and it knocks her off her feet. So I'm like, that's a hell of a grenade.
Yeah.
So I think that was just a little bit of bad writing on their part on that one instance.
And then
Unless the tunnel,
yeah, maybe the tunnel goes underneath where she
if
was
the
at,
tunnel
where he was at.
where she was running, it was underneath the base, so maybe it went underneath where the grenade was.
Yeah.
But I didn't get that impression just while watching the show.
Yeah.
But
what it does is it blows a hole in the roof of her little tunnel, and Helena drops down. Since she's eaten the scorpion that told her to leave Sarah, she's now come back to help rescue her. So
Yeah.
that was really cool.
yeah. So Helena's back in the picture, and she's saving Sarah, and presumably they're gonna get back home, I would think, next episode.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to the next episode because I like it when all the clones are together. That's when I like the show the most.
Yeah.
Is when Tatiana is performing and there are more than two clones in a scene. Because that to me, you get to appreciate her performance, but then just all those different personalities together in one place. It's really fun to watch. That's my favorite part of the show. When you get Allison and Cosima and Sarah and Helena all in one room. Come on now. It's awesome.
Yes.
All right, so if you have watched the most recent episode of Orphan Black, what did you think of it? What did we miss? Because we didn't take notes this time,
Yeah.
so we're just kind of pulling it right out of our brains. If we missed something important, let us know in the comments.
Also on Saturday, we typically do a topic of the week video. We didn't this week because we weren't able to see Poltergeist last night because the show times were so late. And so we were doing that, and we were doing this video. So that's just too many videos for a Saturday.
And we went to
Yeah, and we went
to Space Coast Nerd Fest, which was really, really fun, and we'll put up a video for that tomorrow.
Yes. So anyway, Saturdays we typically do a topic of the week video, but we need topics from you guys. So if you have a topic that you would like us to discuss, put that down in the comments below, and we will look at all of them, choose the one that we think we can make the best video for, and then we'll make a video for that and post it next Saturday.
It doesn't have to be related to Orphan Black or anything else we've ever done. It can be totally unique to you. What are you interested in that you would like to see us make a video about? Okay, that's it for this time. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.